positions. I don't know if that's even allowed if these people have not been raised, so I think we're going to have to do that. And I think, I know I spoke as personnel chairman to Dr. Cirillo many months ago about possibly tightening the belt and doing away with certain things. We didn't get anywhere yet, but Dr. Cirillo told me to talk to Angela and that they did have a tentative list. And I don't have that list in front of me, but I do remember that conversation vividly, and that had to be before February. It had to be January or December.
So for the record, that conversation began in July of 2019.
Okay, good.
And as I mentioned to you in a text message earlier last week, because the board approved a tentative budget with an enrollment adjustment, no need for any positions further to be discussed was necessary.
Okay.
So again, we're hypothetically speaking here. We haven't voted yet.
Right.
We all understand the nature of the society and world we're living in, and we all have to do what we believe is right. And again, any other questions regarding the budget? I'll do my very best. The lists, and again, when I say lists, it's plural. Many positions have been discussed at multiple levels of our school, not just in our office, but in all of our schools. That's being sound. That's being financially responsible. We did, again, for the record, to answer Tim's question, a month and a half ago, we did not know about an enrollment adjustment aid. Clearly, if that is not something on the table tonight, we have to go back to Plan A.
Hey, I do have a question, and for the benefit of the board, which is, if this, hypothetically, if this budget does not pass, when is the last date in which we have to submit a modified budget or vote on a modified budget?
I believe it's May 14th. Is that right, Angela?
That is correct. That is the deadline to adopt the budget. May 7th, that's right. We are having our budget hearing now, and May 14th is the last day to adopt the budget.
And that's only pushed back due to the nature of the virus. Otherwise, it would have been sooner. With that being said, guys, in the event it's not passed, again, we're speaking hypothetically here. We need to walk out of here tonight with another meeting date planned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can't have a meeting.
So we can't have another meeting.
Well, the meeting would be solely for the purposes of approving whatever new budget with changes. The changes should be discussed tonight.
Okay, I was under the impression that we could not have another meeting before.
That is
So we
correct.
can.
You can have a meeting.
Good, but
So we can have an emergency meeting for discussing, especially for the budget, right?
We will need to have a special meeting to adopt the budget. Any changes would need to be discussed this evening. We are not statutorily allowed to convene between now and then.
can we discuss it at the next meeting, again, after we have time to digest this?
No, that's why I asked for the special meeting. I asked for the special meeting early April, and actually, then because Dr. Rillo and Angela and Ben Choi and we discussed it about having a special meeting because I was really worried, that right now, if we have to decide what will be the thing that we're gonna accept, then it seems to me that there will be no reason to have another meeting. We're gonna discuss everything now, and then whatever the final cut that we're gonna accept should be done by tonight, isn't it? I mean, that's gonna be just the number that we're discussing tonight. That will be on the next meeting's agenda. That we cannot even do anything. So how can we earn the time to discuss? Whether it will be 50% or like Edgewater, they just froze the whole thing, or we're gonna go for this full amount of enrollment adjustment. So if we have to discuss everything tonight, that will be just too much. I clearly try to have an emergency meeting second week of April, but then
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Because we can't have a special meeting the second week of April. It's April 28th. So we're here now.
Right. So can we
with our meeting? Let's
okay.
continue with our meeting. Let's see how the vote turns out, and then we'll go from there.
good idea.
You're right, okay.
Are there any other questions before we continue regarding the actual budget? Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the agenda. Does everyone see that? Okay, so next is my report.
This is not a special, like from 6 to 7, I know was a budget hearing meeting, and then from 7 on was the regular meeting, I thought. I'm sorry, that's my bad.
No, it's okay. I think we advertised it concurrently.
I didn't see the advertisement, as I said, I didn't
Yeah,
know.
both of them were in.
Okay,
So first and foremost, and again, I bear with me, please. I know it is new to all of us, but I want to applaud first and foremost the faculty, staff, and most importantly, our students. We have embarked on something that no one ever thought that we would have to worry about. And to the nature of the professionalism by our administrative staff, by our faculty members, by our parents. Our parents are clearly partners in education more so than ever right now. But it really is so encouraging to me, and it's on our children. Having gone to our schools as often as we do and seen the type of makeup we have and the compassionate nature of how everyone's working together. Clearly, and I will speak to this, but I think the shirts are all around our community. We're all in this together, and we certainly are. So my hats off to each and every one of our employees, from literally from the donations that have come in to the volunteers. Our custodial and maintenance staff not once has wavered, has done everything and then some. I really tip my hat to each and every one of you. A major kudos and pat on the back to King's Fundraising. If you're not aware, one of our employees at Lindbergh Elementary School, who I won't name because he wasn't Rice, and her family has a side business where they print clothing apparel, and any and all proceeds from that has gone back to our community dinner table, which has provided meals in the past, I believe now 3 weeks, the community members in Palisades Park. I'm not sure I'm at liberty to share all of this, but I'm going to do it anyway because they deserve it. Based on the clothing sales alone, donations of $1,000 has already been given back. In addition, I believe the PPEA, our Teachers Association, has also made a very generous contribution, exceeding that number to our community dinner table. It should be noted that those are some of our former students. Those are some of the children that came through our schools, and I really am so impressed. And in a time of grief, in a time of much sadness, they show us hope. They show us a lot of courage, and it's a pleasure to be working alongside them. Last two things from me, and I did mention it at our March meeting while we received a retirement letter from one of our employees. I did say next month we would have something further. I thought we would be physically together. Clearly, that has not slipped my mind, and when the time is right, we will do such a thing. And lastly, always at the April board meeting, as part of my report, I am much closer to our graduation calendar, and I'm much closer to be able to share with you when our last date of school is. Guys, at this point, we are discussing many alternatives. We don't know what tomorrow brings.
You're breaking
I
apart.
can share with you our 180th day of school is on Wednesday, June 17th. Right, so I can share that with you tonight. Wednesday, June 17th is officially unbearing any emergencies, closures, is the last day of school.
is that the day of school for faculty as well as students?
That is what to be determined. They work additional days. Again, I don't know how they would be working if they were still in a home setting, but grading and all of that would come into play. We will discuss that as we get closer.
Okay.
So June 17 is the last day of school.
That is, at this point, the last day of school. There were 2 days during the snow. I would recommend to the board, there's no need to use those days at this point if we are not in the building and don't need those days. I would ask that we continue the instruction as we are, if we are still in the virtual format. And that would be the 180th day of school as required by the state of New Jersey.
All right, so report of the superintendent is done,
I am
right?
finished.
Now what? Yeah, I didn't ask for it, so I was wondering. Okay, this is the time for a report of the board president. Actually, during this difficult time, parents, residents, students, and teachers, I really want to encourage every one of you going through this COVID-19 predicament. We're having hard time, and we need to hold onto ourselves together. And this might be the best time that we share our care between us, and sometimes we sacrifice for others. And maybe this is the time that we can really show. And I really hope, that everybody is doing their job and taking their responsibilities as a teacher, as a student, and as a parent. And as a board president, I was really trying to be balanced and check for what we're doing, setting up the budget, passing it. And I am regretting that, this COVID-19 makes us reconsider our budget, like what we are doing right now. Otherwise, we could have been a very good year. And I'm really still appreciating all our teachers. And also, I have to care about our residents in town. So, I'm continuously going to pray for all of us. And so far, we are doing everything well, it seems. So I am really appreciating all of you. Thank you so much. The next one is report of the board attorney.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have nothing for the public session. I will reserve comments for the closed session.
Okay, thank you. And for the minute approval for February 26, 2020, and do we do this separately from the March 18 one, or just do it together?
Separately.
Okay, so I would like to first approve the minute for February 26, 2020. Anybody make motion?
I make a motion.
Any second?
Second.
What sounded like was Mr. Jason Kim who moved and Mr. Mattis with the second?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, any discussion?
Hello?
Yeah.
Roll call?
Ms.
Roll
Montemuro.
call?
Please, yes.
Okay. Stephanie Jang?
Yes?
Tom Matarazzo, I believe you were
I
absent.
abstain, I was not there.
Mhm.
Okay. Jason Kim?
Yes.
Rebecca Lee?
Yes.
John Matisich?
Yes.
Yoon Min?
Yes.
Barnabas Wu?
Yes.
Jeffrey Wu?
Yes.
Timothy Yang?
I was abstain.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. And now we're gonna go into March 18, 2020 minute approval. So anybody wants to make a motion?
I make a motion.
Second.
Second.
Mr. Mattis with the motion, Mr. Kim with the second.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, any discussion? We did a lot. Okay, roll call, please.
Stephanie Jang?
Yes.
Thomas Matarazzo?
Abstain, I was not there.
Okay. We missed you.
All right, thank you.
Jason Kim?
Yes.
Rebecca Lee?
Yes.
John Matisich?
Yes.
Yoon Min?
Yes.
Barnabas Wu?
Yes.
Jeffrey Wu?
Yes.
Timothy Yang?
I abstained. I was absent that day.
Thank you.
Okay, and we're gonna go into committee report. And I have a question. When do we vote for the tentative budget in this meeting? Later or right now?
No.
So in the committee report, Ms. Jang, the first item would be the adoption. So, as I mentioned earlier to Mr. Choi, I would recommend that the board, have two separate resolutions, seek two resolutions in finance. The first would be for the adoption of the 2021 budget. And then after that is done, I would ask that Mr. Madison, who would take the finance.
I have to take a moment and ask if we could suspend the agenda, Madam President, and go into closed session because I have to advise the board of certain limitations we're going to have with regard to the prior discussion regarding a special session to discuss the budget. So if we could, if at all possible, I know it is problematic.
Can we do that, Ben? I thought closed session is only personnel and negotiations.
It's legal advice too, Mr. Natter.
I'm sorry?
It's legal advice as well.
Okay, so that means the budget approval will go into a the closed session.
So, Mr. Choi, are you recommending that someone make a motion to go into closed session?
That would be my request. Yes.
Well, we only have,
It's for,
on the agenda, we only have a few resolutions. Why don't we finish that first, and then we can go to close and discuss whatever we have to.
Yeah, I agree with that. So anyone?
Let's finish, because I see on the agenda that we only have finance and personnel. Everything else is no report. So why don't we finish that first and then go into close?
that sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds good. I agree. All right, then without 2020-2021 school budget approval, we're going to have a finance report from Mr. John Medicich.
John, 12 separate resolutions, please.
Well, in front of me, I have the 9 resolutions, and I make a motion on all 9 resolutions.
Now, the resolutions that we're voting on does not include the budget. Is that correct?
Right,
That's correct.
That's a separate entity.
Right.
Correct.
I see.
So
Okay.
I'm just making a resolutions on 9 budgets that are tested on the agenda.
Second.
Jason Kim, second?
Yes, I did.
Any discussion? Any discussion?
Yeah, I guess that would be separate because it's not on here. I'm looking at the 9 motions. Okay,
All right, okay, so roll call, please.
The budget resolution is under separate cover. It's on a
Yes.
separate page. It's not under finance.
good.
Right. Roll call, please.
Stephanie Jang,
Yes?
Tom Matarazzo,
Yes, but I have to recuse myself from number 6, position 1, Samantha Matarazzo. I recuse myself on that one.
okay. All right, Jason Kim,
Yes.
Rebecca Lee,
Yes.
Don Matisich,
Yes.
Yoon Min,
Yes.
Barnabas Wu,
Yes.
Jeffrey Wu,
Yes.
Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, and buildings and grounds, Mr. Jason Kim.
There is no report to have a report now.
Okay, we're gonna go into personnel, Mr. Tom Matarazzo.
Yes,
Matarazzo.
can I just request, Dr. Cirillo, please, in the future, let's meet before we have the personnel agenda items, meet with you. I had a question on number 4, about approving, following staff member for ESL position. Is that needed now, being that we're in this virtual classroom?
So, Dr. Matarazzo, I'm going to pull up number 4, but I did make 2 attempts. And again, Mr. Choi, Ms. Jang, Ms. Spazewski were all on that conference call. And again, maybe you didn't get it, but I
I
made
might have been in the hospital, but I didn't get it.
Okay, so attempts were made to contact you.
Okay.
Regarding number 4, that is required at this point, our SIA program is something that services much of our high school students, and many of this virtual instruction potentially assists them in graduating with their cohort this year. So I would definitely think that that is a required.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was needed now. Okay.
Yep.
Then I move on the following 4. I went over them. And again, you know, in the future, like even on, let's say interviews for new positions, please contact me. Appreciate it. But I do move on those 4.
Second,
Jason Kim?
yes,
You second, Jason?
yes, I did.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
All right, roll call. Stephanie Jang?
yes,
Tom Matarazzo?
Yes.
Jason Kim?
Yes,
Rebecca Lee?
yes,
John Matisich?
Yes.
Yoon Min?
yes,
Barnabas Wu?
yes,
Jeffrey Wu?
yes.
And Timothy Yang?
Yes.
Thank you.
okay, thank you. Okay, we're gonna go into, curriculum. Mr. Timothy Yang?
There's no report at this time.
Okay, and for negotiation, there's no report at this time. Student activities and field trip, Rebecca Lee,
There's no report at this time.
thank you. And policy, Mr. Timothy Yang,
There's no report.
thank you. For PTA, PTSA liaison, Ms. Lin,
There is no report at this time, too.
okay, thank you. And NJSBA liaisons, Mr. Barnabas Wu,
No report.
thank you. And then, we don't have a closed session, so I need someone to make a motion to go into a closed session.
I make a motion to go into closed session.
Second,
Second it.
So for the record, before we go into closed session, again, I'm going to ask any member of the public who is in this call or on this virtual session to remain here. I'm going to send an invite to only the board members, to our business administrator, to our board attorney, and Ms. Montemuro, I will send it to you as well. If any member of the board or business office has joined via phone call, you will get instructions to a new session to join. So you would leave where you are, you would join the new one, only to come back when we are finished with closed session to where the general public is at this point. Okay?
Can I just add before we vote that I still, in my gut, believe that this should be done in open if it's discussing.
So the vote would have to be done in open. I don't think anyone's disputing that.
No, even the discussion is what I'm saying. So for that reason, I'm going to say that I'd rather have this in open session.
I don't know why we need closed, Mr.
I don't
Chair,
know.
regarding,
I am gonna give you, as a board, a collective legal opinion on, the issue regarding, having a special session prior to, if this budget is not voted.
Okay, that could be done in open. I mean, that's not something that is a closed session matter, is all I'm saying. So I'm going to vote no to go into closed session, but I'll go along with what the board says.
I'm gonna ask for a vote on that to, go into closed session.
we had a motion and a second, correct?
Yes, yes.
So, should I vote on going into the closed
It's
session or
gonna be a
not?
vote fired.
Yeah, this is a vote on going into closed session
For the budget itself?
for the budget. And I still say that that should be done in open, but that's me.
But hold on a minute, before we do any voting, if we haven't voted on the proposed budget yet, what's the sense of going into closed and getting all these information that we discussed in open session? Why don't we vote on it and see if the budget is passed? If it's not passed, then we can go to closed session if necessary and discuss what we have to discuss in closed session.
The problem is because when you vote on the budget, there's gonna be a finality on the budget. The legal opinion that I am gonna offer you may prevent you from discussing further issues regarding the budget. And that's why I'm asking you to go to closed session.
All right, okay.
Okay, so then we have to take a vote, or we're gonna go into the closed session?
We have to vote on whether we want to go into close.
Okay, roll call? Do you want to do a roll call?
Madam
Yeah.
President, roll call?
Okay, roll call, please.
Okay, Stephanie Jang,
I would like to go to the, closed session.
Tom Matarazzo,
No.
Jason Kim,
Yes.
Rebecca Lee,
Yes.
John Matisich,
Yes.
Yoon Min,
Yes.
Barnabas Wu,
Yes.
Jeffrey Wu, Jeffrey Wu,
Oh, yes.
Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go into the closed session.
So what
And-
excuse me, I'm sorry, Stephanie, but what I'm going to ask the board members and the attorney and Ms. Gillespie and Ms. Montemuro, I will send you an invite momentarily to join just a private closed session. Any other member of the public, please remain in this session. Okay, we will come back to you immediately following the closed session.
Understood.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.